It's Eli Visualizations coming back at you with another video. No, I haven't changed that intro. No, I'm gonna change it too. And yeah, I've already failed again about making more videos for my channel. I mean, for the most part, it's just for me. You know, this is just a hobby and it's for me, but I need to be a lot more consistent. So let's just get into it without any further ado. So a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I took some photos here in the DC area of the fireworks. And I went to a place called the Netherlands Carillon in Alexandria, Virginia. And we'll go over the equipment I brought with me, some lessons learned, and other things like that. So, off the bat, this is the equipment I brought with me. On this camera right here is a Nikon Z6II paired with the 85mm 1.8 from Viltrox. And I had that on top of the Neewer LT32 carbon fiber tripod. And then I had the Nikon Z8 paired with the 24-120 S-line lens from Nikkor. And I had that on the aluminum Peak Design travel tripod. So my first, I did actually kind of plan this, but my plan went to shite because sometimes I'm just lazy. But I said, hey, I need to get there early so I get a spot. And that was my first sign of failure. I should have took the metro station. I should have took the metro because I drove there and I didn't realize. I mean, I don't know why I didn't realize this. I knew everything was gonna be closed off, but I wasn't thinking. So all the parking that was near Carillon was the Netherlands was closed off. So I had to park a little further away than I wanted to. So it was about a mile walk in the heat. And let me tell you, that sweat was just dripping everywhere. But my big problem was that I had only one bottle of water, and I didn't bring a hat for shade. So your boy was already just messing up. And on top of that, I've been dealing with patellar knee bursitis in my right knee since April. So walking that distance wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. So like I said, I get there, and I was like, ooh, I should have got here earlier to have a better spot. So I set up, and then I was like, okay, I think this is going to work. And about 10 minutes before the fireworks went off, a lot more people showed up. And the line of sight that I had to see the Capitol, the Memorial, and the fireworks, that plan went out the building. So I had to pivot. So basically what I did was I said, okay, I'm going to have to figure out how to encompass all these people and to get the fireworks in the monument, at least the monument in the shots. And I'll show you that in a second. So that kind of worked out. This goes to show you sometimes your plan A doesn't come to fruition and you have to pivot. So I did have to pivot. So that was fun. So right now I'm going to recreate how it was set up, and then come back and we'll talk about the other things. So now we're going to recreate this somehow, and it's hot. It's hot here right now. You probably can't even see me right now, but we'll see if it works. If not, I have to do it inside. But I want to come outside and see how it works. Also want to test out the Comica mic, and now I'm just going on a different rant. So basically, this is how I had it set up. So like I said, I had the Z8 set up for basically about anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute sometimes, and this one was between 2 and 8 seconds. So this one was the longer one, and of course this one's a shorter one. So as I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, that's a really nice picture, and I would click this before it could go. And I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. I'm trying to get, composition, all things that I wanted. Then I forget that this one's going off because it's so long. And then I was like, oh yeah, I gotta do that. And then I'm trying to review it. So trying to review between two different cameras was not a good time. It's not a good time. But I still got some good pictures, but that wasn't a good time. The other thing with that is that, which means that I couldn't take the time to figure out what I wanted. But at the same time, I did want an 85, and I did want the long lens too. Well, not the telephoto lens on this one, the longer reach. So with this one also was going between 120 and 24, to see what kind of composition I wanted. But yeah, it wasn't a very thoughtful idea on my part. But if I had to do it over again, I'd still do the 2-camera thing. So, but yeah, let's go inside now because it's hot. So now you saw how I had that monstrosity. It wasn't a monstrosity setup, but it was a lot to go over to try to do basically 4 things at once. And I don't recommend it. Like I said, though, I'd probably do the same thing again. But what we're going to do right now is talk about the photos that I took and what I could do differently. A couple of things is I wasn't getting sharp pictures on this one. Of course, that was an ID10T error on my part. I'm not sure if I was focused out to infinity, but these were just a little soft, and that's just code word for out of focus. And these were almost sharp, but much sharper than these were. So let's go talk about the photos now. So this image was taken on the Nikon Z6II with the 85mm f1.8 lens, stopped down to f16, a 13-second exposure, and ISO 50. This combination allowed me to capture the vibrant detail of the fireworks burst while also keeping the capital and the crowd steadily visible in the foreground. Nikon Z6II at 85mm at 1.8, f16 for that deep focus, 13-second exposure to get all those epic light trails, and the ISOs at 50. The long shutters, you can see the long shutter pulled into all the fireworks movement and made all these colors explode. I just like the way it flowed across the sky. Plus, you can see the Capitol is lit up perfectly underneath, which gives it that iconic Washington, D.C. feel. Honestly, like, look at the crowd. Everyone's holding up their phones, trying to freeze that one perfect second. Such a cool snapshot of how we experience moments like this together now. Real time, digital, and all at once. Alright, now this one was taken on a Nikon Z8 at f7.1, 10-second exposure, ISO 32 on the 24 to 120. What I love about this shot is the intensity. There's almost no ambient light, it's just the fireworks lighting everything up. You got that fury bloom in the sky, some subtle silhouettes at the bottom, and those sharp white trails right at the base. I really like this photo. Alright, so you let me know in the comments below what you thought were your favorite photos, and I'll see you in the next one.